In industry, chemical process safety has become more commonplace. This acknowledgement has improved the attitude of companies to not only value the profitability of production, but to also value the lives of its employees. Without employees, processes could not be managed, economics could not be predicted, and revenue could not be generated. As a result, the health and well-being of employees is crucial to the optimization and overall success of a company. Safety has become so recognized that it has frequently been adopted as company culture. According to tables 1-3 and 1-4 in the Chemical Process Safety textbook, people are actually safer in chemical facilities than they are at home, according to the fatal accident rate, or FAR. The reason for this is the emphasis companies put on safety due to the investment they have within their employees as assets. Outside the facility, companies have no control over the safety decisions their employees make at their own homes. Home is a place of comfort and therefore a place of complacency. This attitude is a direct contributor as to why most physical accidents occur at home. Safety should still be practiced in people's personal lives. Slips, trips, falls, hazardous chemicals, sharp objects, and pinch points are just a few of the hazards that exist at home as well as at chemical facilities. If an employee becomes involved in an accident at home, they are not only unable to provide services to their company, but they are also unable to provide services to their families. To prevent this situation, people should incorporate safety into their daily lives, and this will allow benefits to others beyond themselves. This video was created to raise awareness to several at-home activities whose safety precautions are often ignored. While these extra steps may appear burdensome, they will reduce the likelihood of future accidents and lead to a safer home.
Wait!
When operating machinery, safety goggles and gloves should be worn.
Wait!
Oven mitts are required when handling hot materials.
Wait!
Mitigating tripping hazards should be practiced whenever possible.
Wait!
Safety ranger removed the lint from the dryer in order to avoid starting a fire.
Due to the presence of carbon monoxide when starting a car, before you start a car, the garage door must be lifted up.
Wait!
Heavy-duty helmets and gloves should be worn when operating heavy machinery.
Wait!
Before using a ladder, make sure the spreaders are locked down and straight. When using a ladder, pay attention to every single step, and your both hands have to be on the sides of the ladder.
Wait!
To prevent falls, always use the handrails when going up or down the stairs.
Wait!
When you're mowing your lawn, closed-toe shoes, earplugs, and safety goggles must be worn.
Wait!
Make sure to dispose of chemicals and medication properly.
Wait!
Use ventilation when working with hazardous chemicals. I'm gonna go clean the bathroom.
Okay, make sure to leave the door open and turn on the fan.
Okay. Always wear gloves when working with hazardous chemicals.
The process safety management of highly hazardous chemicals is recognized by industry and the government as an excellent regulation that will reduce the number and magnitude of accidents if it is understood and practiced as intended. We will apply the PSM to household bleach use. The components of the PSM include employee participation, process safety information, process safety analysis, operating procedures, training program, contractors, pre-startup review, mechanical integrity, hot work permit, management of change, incident investigation, emergency planning and response, audits, and trade secrets. Some of these components of the process safety management will not be applied to a case study. Employee participation. All users of household bleach will participate actively through training, being aware of the hazardous properties of this solution, and what to do in emergency situations. Process safety information. Household bleach is composed of 5.25% of sodium hypochlorite and 94.75% of water. This solution decomposes slowly on air contact and, if heated, emits toxic chlorine fumes. The decomposition rate increases with temperature, concentration, and exposure to sunlight. Incompatible materials include ammonia, amines, ammonium salts, acids, methanol, oxidizable materials, and bisulfates. Store in a cool, dry, and ventilated area. Keep out of sunlight and away from direct heat, water, and incompatible materials. Do not wash out the container for reuse. Please wear personal protective equipment when handling household bleach. Process hazard analysis. Bleach is considered hazardous. It is an irritant to the eyes, skin, and respiratory tract. It is harmful if inhaled or swallowed. The OSHA PEL is 0.5 ppm and it has a TLV of 1 ppm. The lethal dosage 50 rate in rats is 5,800 milligrams per kilogram. Effective ventilation is recommended while handling bleach solutions. In case of a spill, flood that area with large amounts of water. If the bleach solution is swallowed, do not induce vomiting, but drink large quantities of water. If inhaled, move to an area with proper ventilation. Operating procedures. Given its use as a cleaning agent, the following procedures should be taken to facilitate safe use of this product. Ensure that the area of cleaning is properly ventilated to keep exposure below the exposure limits. Ensure proper PPE is worn before using the product. Proper PPE includes rubber or neoprene gloves, impervious boots, an apron or coveralls, safety glasses or a face shield to protect eyes from splashes. Maintain an eye wash fountain or safety shower close by for any emergencies. It is required for users of bleach to go through a safety training program. They are severely informed on the hazardous properties of this solution and how to handle the solution properly. Mechanical integrity. Maintain ventilation systems properly. Make sure any artificial respirators are functional by performing routine checks. Maintain safety showers and eye wash fountains through routine checks to ensure they are working properly.
Where did she go?
An incident investigation was conducted and the following conclusions were made. No proper ventilation was used, as such the user passed out. No PPE was worn to prevent skin contact with bleach. For future use, the user should ensure proper ventilation and make sure to wear appropriate personal protective equipment. As mentioned from the process hazard analysis, if this solution is inhaled, remove the victim to fresh air. Do not use mouth-to-mouth if the victim inhaled the substance. Induce artificial respiration with the aid of a pocket mask equipped with a one-way valve or other proper respiratory medical device. Administer oxygen if breathing is difficult. If the solution is ingested, immediately rinse mouth with water. Do not induce vomiting, and seek medical attention as necessary. With skin contact, remove all contaminated clothing and immediately wash affected area with plenty of water for about 15 minutes. If swelling, redness, blistering, or irritation occurs, seek medical attention. If the solution came in contact with the eyes, hold eyes open and flood with running water for about 15 minutes. Bath the eyes with soothing eye drops or sterile saline. Urgently seek medical attention. Table 3-4 compares the PSM to Risk Management Plan RMP. These prevention programs are relatively similar, and if we were to conduct an RMP, we could obtain the same information.
In conclusion, whether a hazard is big or small, it should always be assessed when it comes to being safe. The examples that were demonstrated in this video are common mistakes everyone makes in the home when it comes to safety and identifying hazards. These oversights happen due to the comforts of being at home, and when hazards or safety is overlooked at home, you are more apt to make similar oversights when you are working in an industry. Identifying hazards and trying to prevent them is not a simple task, whether you are working at home or out in the industry. It takes time and commitment to ensure that accidents and injuries are mitigated as much as possible, because hazards are all around you and should be assessed on a regular basis. We would also like to thank the Safety Ranger for joining us to provide some comic relief on the subject of safety, since it can often be boring and dull for a lot of people. Even though the video is intended to have a comical take on safety, does not mean safety should be taken lightly. Take a lesson from the Safety Ranger and make safety a top priority at all times.